Look, I get it. You are scrolling through forums right now looking at chrome accessories and LED underglow kits. Meanwhile, the mods that actually keep you alive and save you thousands in repairs, nobody's talking about those. Here is the reality. Most motorcycle modifications are either Instagram flexes or straight up financial traps. But there is a whole category of genius upgrades that solve real problems. These are safety upgrades that prevent the disasters you do not see coming. Money savers that stop the slow financial bleed. Mechanical insurance that catches catastrophic failure before it happens. I am breaking down 15 modifications that every smart rider should know about, and I guarantee you are missing at least 5 of these right now. These are not the mods your dealership pushes. These are the ones that actually matter. Number 1. Tire pressure monitoring system. Let me paint you a picture. You're cruising at 70 miles per hour on the interstate. Your rear tire has a slow leak you can't feel. You've lost 8 psi over the past 2 days. Then it happens. A catastrophic failure at highway speed. Here's what nobody tells you about tire pressure. You cannot feel the difference until it's too late. Your bike will handle normally right up until the moment that tire decides to let go. And when it does its speed, you're looking at an $8,000 crash minimum. That's if you're lucky enough to walk away. A tire pressure monitoring system costs between $100 and $200. You get real-time pressure readings for both tires displayed right on your handlebars. The system alerts you the second pressure drops below safe levels. Now here's the installation reality. Most systems use valve stem sensors that take maybe 30 minutes to install. Battery life runs about 2 years before you need to replace the sensors. That's it. $200 in half an hour to prevent a disaster that ends your riding season or worse. The math just doesn't work any other way. Spend $200 now, or risk an $8,000 crash, plus medical bills, plus a totaled bike. Which one sounds smarter to you? Number 2, magnetic oil drain plug. Your premium oil filter is missing something. Metal shavings. The microscopic particles your engine sheds during normal operation. Your filter catches the big stuff, sure, but those tiny metal fragments are circulating through your engine right now. Here is what mechanics do not advertise. Every engine produces metal wear particles. It is normal. But those particles tell you when something is about to fail. A magnetic oil drain plug costs $15. It sits at the lowest point of your oil pan and attracts metal particles in your system. This is engine insurance that actually works. When you do your oil change, you pull that plug and inspect it. Clean metal filings mean normal wear. Chunks of metal or excessive buildup mean your early warning system is screaming that something is failing inside your engine. I have seen riders catch bearing failures, transmission issues, and cam problems weeks before catastrophic damage occurred, all because they spent $15 on a magnetic drain plug and actually looked at it during oil changes. The worst part is most riders have no idea this exists. They are running premium synthetic oil and expensive filters while ignoring the cheapest form of engine monitoring available. Do not be that guy. Number 3, auxiliary brake light flasher. Rear-end collisions kill motorcyclists. The statistics are brutal. You are sitting at a red light. The driver behind you is staring at their phone. Your static brake light does not register in their distracted brain. Then you are a statistic. Here is the psychology behind this mod. Pulsing lights trigger an immediate response in the human brain. Static lights, we tune them out. But a flashing brake light snaps attention back to the road instantly. An auxiliary brake light flasher pulses your brake light rapidly for about 2 seconds when you first apply the brakes, then goes solid. It is legal in most states because it transitions to steady illumination. Check your local laws, but Department of Transportation compliance is standard on quality units. This matters even more at night. When visibility is already compromised, that pulsing light is the difference between being seen and being rear-ended by someone who never even hit their brakes. Installation takes maybe an hour. Cost runs between $30 and $60 depending on the system. Compare that to the alternative, getting smashed from behind at a stoplight because someone was texting. These first 3 mods prevent the disasters that end rides permanently. The next batch saves you from the slow financial bleed that most riders do not even notice until it is too late. Number 4. 90-degree tire valve stem extenders. Here is why most riders skip tire pressure checks. Accessibility is the main issue. You have to crouch down, angle your gauge just right, and fight with that valve stem that is pointing straight at the wheel. So you skip it, and you skip it again, and suddenly you have been riding on underinflated tires for 3 weeks. Underinflated tires do not just affect handling. They are eating your tire life at an accelerated rate. The compound effect is brutal. 5 pounds per square inch low cuts your tire life by 25%. That is not my opinion, that is tire manufacturer data. Let us do the tire wear cost analysis. Proper pressure gets you 12,000 miles from a rear tire. Chronic underinflation, you are looking at 9,000 miles if you are lucky. A rear tire costs $200 installed. You just threw away $50 because checking pressure was inconvenient. 90-degree valve stem extenders cost maybe $20 for a quality set. They angle that valve stem out where you can actually reach it. Suddenly, checking pressure takes 30 seconds instead of 5 minutes of contortionist work, so you actually do it. But here is the installation note that matters. Quality matters here. Cheap extenders leak. You save $5 on Amazon specials and end up with a slow leak that defeats the entire purpose. Buy name brand extenders with proper seals. This is not the place to cheap out. Chain and sprocket replacement runs between $300 and $600 depending on your bike. Now let me ask you something. How often do you actually lube your chain versus how often you should? You should be lubing every 300 to 500 miles. You're probably doing it every 1,000 if you're being honest. That neglect is destroying your chain and sprockets right now. An automatic chain oiler system costs between $100 and $200 installed. It continuously applies a fine mist of oil to your chain while you ride. No more forgetting, no more excuses. Just constant, proper lubrication. Here is the return on investment calculation that matters. A well-maintained chain lasts 20,000 miles. A neglected chain maybe lasts 12,000 miles if you're lucky. Over 20,000 miles with an automatic chain oiler, you are saving 1 complete chain and sprocket replacement. That is $400 saved minimum. But there is another factor nobody talks about, the failure scenario. A chain snap at speed is catastrophic. The chain can whip around and destroy your engine cases, your swing arm, sometimes your leg. I have seen $3,000 repair bills from snapped chains, all because someone could not be bothered to lube their chain regularly. Number 6. Battery tender, quick connect. Let me explain battery sulfation without the chemistry lecture. When your battery sits unused, lead sulfate crystals form on the plates. These crystals reduce capacity and eventually kill the battery. This happens faster than you think. Premature battery death costs you $100 to $200 every 2 years, instead of every 4 to 5 years. But here is the real cost. The stranded scenario. You are 50 miles from home and your bike will not start because that battery finally gave up. A tow truck call is $150 minimum. Uber home and back the next day, another $100. A battery tender quick connect costs maybe $15. You wire it in once, tuck the connector somewhere accessible, and you are done. Now connecting a trickle charger takes 5 seconds instead of popping your seat and fumbling with battery terminals. The result is you actually use the tender because it is convenient. Your battery stays maintained. Sulfation does not build up. That battery lasts 3 times longer than it would otherwise. These mods protect your wallet from the maintenance costs that add up without you noticing. These next ones protect you from your own bad decisions and the mistakes that happen when you are not paying attention. Number 7. Subtle reflective tape and decals. Night visibility statistics for motorcycles are terrifying. You are 27 times more likely to be in a fatal accident at night than during the day. Why? because drivers literally cannot see you until it is too late. Here's the genius of reflective tape. It is invisible during the day, your bike looks completely stock. But at night, when headlights hit it, you light up like a Christmas tree. Strategic placement is everything. Frame tubes, wheel rims, and helmet sides are the areas that create your visual profile at night. A car's headlights hit that reflective material, and suddenly you are not just a single headlight in the darkness, you are a clearly defined motorcycle with depth and dimension. Cost? Under $20 for full bike coverage. You can do this yourself in an hour. Cut the tape to fit your frame lines, apply it to your wheels, and add some to your helmet. The difference is dramatic. This follows the invisible during day, lifesaver at night principle. You are not adding bulk or changing your bike's appearance. You are just making yourself visible when it matters most, and that matters a hell of a lot more than looking cool. Number 8. Headlight relay upgrade. Here is something most riders do not know. Your factory headlight wiring is losing voltage. The electrical path from your battery to your headlight runs through your ignition switch, handlebar controls, and several connectors. Each connection point causes voltage drop. By the time power reaches your headlight, you may be running at 11 volts instead of the full 12.6 volts your battery provides. That voltage drop means your headlight is operating at maybe 75% of its potential output. A headlight relay upgrade bypasses all that. It runs power directly from your battery to your headlight, using heavy gauge wire and a relay triggered by your existing headlight switch. Suddenly you are getting full voltage to that bulb. Better light output without illegal HID or LED systems. You are using your stock bulb, running your stock electrical system, staying completely legal. You are just getting the full power your system was designed to deliver. Installation complexity is moderate. You are running new wiring and mounting a relay. If you are comfortable with basic electrical work, it is a weekend project. If not, any competent shop can do it in an hour. Night riding safety improvement? Massive. That extra brightness gives you better visibility of road hazards, improves your ability to see in curves, and makes you more visible to oncoming traffic. All from getting your headlight the voltage it should have had from the factory. Number 9. Tank grips and pads for control. Body position control during hard braking is critical. When you grab a handful of front brake, physics wants to slide you forward into the tank, and your arms are trying to hold you back. That is wasted energy and compromised control. Tank grips give you something to squeeze with your knees. Now your lower body anchors you to the bike. Your arms stay relaxed, your inputs stay smooth. You are not fighting the bike, you are riding it. Fatigue reduction on long rides is the other benefit nobody talks about. When you can grip the tank with your knees, you are not death gripping the handlebars. Your upper body stays loose. Your hands do not cramp. You arrive at your destination actually able to enjoy yourself instead of needing an hour to recover. The sliding forward under braking disaster is real. I have watched riders lose control because they could not stay planted on the bike during emergency braking. Tank grips prevent that. Cost versus benefit is stupid obvious. $30 to $60 for a permanent improvement in control and comfort. They install in 10 minutes with peel and stick adhesive. Once they are on, you will wonder how you ever rode without them. You are safer and more visible now. Let us talk about the mods that keep you comfortable and prepared for the long haul. Number 10. Throttle lock or cruise assist. Fatigue is a safety risk on highway rides. That's not dramatic language, that's medical fact. When your right hand is locked in the same position for 2 hours straight, you are creating a dangerous situation. The cramping hand that cannot react quickly is the problem nobody wants to admit. You are cruising at 75 miles per hour on the interstate. Traffic suddenly slows. You need to brake hard, but your throttle hand is cramped and slow to respond. That split-second delay is the difference between stopping safely and rear-ending the car in front of you. A throttle lock or cruise assist device costs between $20 and $100 depending on the system. The simple friction-based ones are cheap and effective. The The more sophisticated systems with actual cruise control functionality cost more, but offer better performance. Here is the legal and mechanical safety consideration that matters. These are not true cruise control systems. They are mechanical assists that hold your throttle position. You still need to be in control. One twist of the grip disengages them instantly. They are legal everywhere because they do not actually control your bike, they just reduce the physical effort required to maintain speed. Long highway stretches become manageable instead of exhausting. You can relax your grip, shake out your hand, maintain circulation. Your reaction time stays sharp because you are not fighting fatigue. Number 11. Heated grip controller. Cold hands equals slow reaction time. This isn't comfort, this is safety. When your hands are numb from cold, your fine motor control disappears. That smooth clutch release is gone. That precise brake modulation is not happening. The numb handbraking failure scenario is terrifying. You are coming into a corner too hot. You need to trail brake. But your frozen fingers cannot feel the lever properly. You either grab too much or not enough. Either way, you are in trouble. Why external controllers beat integrated systems comes down to control and retrofitting. Factory heated grips are great if you bought them with the bike, but adding them aftermarket is expensive and complicated. An external heated grip controller wraps around your existing grips and plugs into your electrical system. Installation takes maybe 2 hours. Temperature management for different conditions is the real advantage. A morning ride starts at 45 degrees, and the afternoon hits 70. With adjustable heat, you dial in exactly what you need. Full heat at dawn, low heat by noon, off by afternoon. Your hands stay comfortable all day instead of alternating between frozen and sweating. Cost runs between $80 and $150 for a quality system. Compare that to $400 or more for factory integrated heated grips. The math is simple. Spend less, get the same result, maintain flexibility. Number 12. Hardwired USB charging port. A dead phone means no GPS, and that leads to poor decisions. Let me walk you through how this disaster unfolds. You are on an unfamiliar route. Your phone dies. You think you remember the way, but you do not. Now you are lost, burning gas, and making navigation choices based on hope instead of information. The cigarette lighter adapter disaster is real. Those things vibrate loose, fall out, short circuit, and fail at the worst possible moment. Plus, they are ugly, they are in the way, and they are one more thing to deal with every time you get on the bike. A properly hardwired USB charging port mounts cleanly, works reliably, and becomes part of your bike. Route the wiring properly, mount the port somewhere accessible, and then forget about it. Your phone stays charged, your GPS stays running. You stay informed. Proper installation to avoid electrical fires matters. Tap into a switched power source so the port only works when the bike is running. Use proper gauge wire to handle the current draw, and you absolutely need a fuse in line to protect against shorts. Power draw considerations are straightforward. A USB port pulls about 2 amps maximum. Your bike's electrical system can handle that easily, but you still need fuse protection rated appropriately for the wire gauge you are using. The convenience factor is massive. No more worrying about battery life on long rides. No more rationing your phone usage. No more anxiety about whether your GPS will last until you reach your destination. Just plug in and ride. You are comfortable and connected now. These final 3 are the "why didn't I do this sooner" mods that solve problems you did not even realize were costing you money. Number 13, frame sliders, properly mounted. One parking lot tip over costs $1,500 minimum in fairing damage. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're maneuvering at low speed, the bike gets away from you, it tips over, and suddenly you're looking at cracked fairings, broken turn signals, scratched engine covers, and bent levers. Frame sliders aren't for high-speed crashes. Let's be clear about that. If you're sliding down the highway at 60 miles per hour, frame sliders might help, or they might make things worse by catching and flipping the bike. but for low-speed drops, they're absolute insurance. Proper mounting is critical here. Frame-mounted sliders bolt directly to your frame. Engine case sliders use engine mounting bolts. The frame-mounted ones are better because they do not risk cracking your engine cases in a hard impact, but they require frame points designed for slider mounting. The insurance deductible reality makes this math simple. Your deductible is probably $500 to $1,000. Frame sliders cost $100 to $200. One parking lot tip over pays for the sliders and saves you from filing a claim that raises your rates. Number 14. Small PVC tool tube or storage canister. The stranded without tools scenario has a brutal cost breakdown. Your bike has a minor mechanical issue. It could be fixed in 10 minutes with the right tool, but you do not have it. So you call a tow truck. That costs $150 minimum, plus the shop diagnostic fee, plus the repair that could have been free. Essential tools for emergency repairs fit in a space smaller than a water bottle. A couple of Allen keys, screwdrivers, pliers, a tire pressure gauge, spare fuses, and electrical tape. That is it. Maybe $50 worth of tools that save you hundreds in tow fees. Mounting locations that do not interfere with riding are key. Under the seat, strapped to the frame, or mounted in a saddlebag. The point is having them with you without adding bulk or affecting handling. The tow truck call versus the 10-minute roadside fix scenario has happened to every experienced rider. Loose mirror, blown fuse, vibrated loose bolt. All fixable in minutes if you have basic tools. All requiring expensive rescue if you do not. Number 15. Helmet lock extension cable. Helmet theft in urban areas is worse than you think. You park your bike, hang your helmet on the mirror, run inside for 5 minutes, and come back out to find the helmet is gone. Now you are riding home without a helmet because some opportunistic thief grabbed your $300 lid. The stupidity of riding without a helmet because it was stolen is real. I have watched people make that choice. They are not stupid people. They are just stuck without options and making a bad decision in the moment. A helmet lock extension cable costs $15 to $25. It is a steel cable with a lock. You run it through your helmet's D-rings or chin bar, secure it to your bike, and walk away. Secure in the knowledge that your helmet will still be there when you get back. Proper cable routing and lock selection matter. You want aircraft-grade steel cable that cannot be cut with pocket tools. You want a lock that is weather-resistant and will not seize up. And you want it long enough to be convenient, but not so long that it flops around. The cost comparison is obvious. Spend $20 on a cable or replace a $300 helmet, and then deal with the hassle of shopping for a new one, breaking it in, and hoping it fits as well as the one that got stolen. The total investment for all 15 mods runs roughly $800 to $1,200. Compare that to a single crash deductible or one major repair bill. Which of these are you missing right now? Subscribe for more money-saving safety reality that dealerships won't tell you about.